All right, Mrs. Nelson, so nice to have you as our final guest in our interview process I am doing.
Yeah, get busy, get busy. Everybody get busy. I need y'all to report to the dance floor right this minute.
Who is in the house? Who is in the house? Who is in the house? Am I in the house? Who is in the house? Yami is in the house. Who is in the house? Everybody down.
Merry Christmas, Not Enough Nelson fans. So today we are going to do an interview with the kids, and this is not going to be like any other interview. Today we normally would be going to maybe visit Santa at the mall, but things are a little bit different, as you know, in 2020. So today, instead of going to visit Santa, the kids are going to be interviewed by Holly. She is a trusted helper of Santa, very trusted, very well respected in our home, and so she will be interviewing the kids and maybe getting their Christmas list and talking to them if they've been naughty or nice. So let's invite Holly to come on over and start interviewing the kids. Woo! That was tough. These kids here at the Nelson's house drive you kind of crazy, just a little bit. But anyway, okay, hello all of you out there in Not Enough Nelson Land. So, as you heard, my name is Holly. I'm going to be interviewing the children, and I'm going to be a little bit tougher on them than their mother is because she's a little bit of a softie, if you know what I mean. I am going to bring my list of their answers to their questions, their naughty and nice predictions, and what they want for Christmas if I want to actually give them something for Christmas. And I am going to write this all down, give it to Santa, and he will know if they deserve to have presents or not. Because honestly, I'm not sure. Just walking in here, I heard lots of arguing, lots of fighting, and you know, like I said, I'm a little tougher this year than I normally am because it's been a rough year. So, my first interview will be Sadie over there. Have a seat, Sadie. Okay, so Sadie, 2 E's. All these girls with their capital and double E's at the end. What was she thinking? I don't even know. Anyway, so first of all, right off the bat, have you been naughty or nice?
I don't know, have I?
This year, have you been naughty or nice? It's your prediction.
Nice.
I'm listening to you. In 2020, she thinks she has been nice.
Thanks.
Okay. Woo, okay, now, second question. Do you still believe in Santa?
No.
Third question. What have you done kind for somebody today?
I helped my mom, you might know her. She,
Not very well, but yes.
I helped clean the kitchen and I
Okay.
helped clean up the dining room.
Kitchen,
with
dining.
Janie.
Did Janie ask you to do these things or did you think of them on your own?
She asked me to do the dishes, but I did everything else by myself.
Oh, wow, okay. So a little bit of credit goes to Janie, but a lot of credit for listening, thank you. And very nice follow through. Okay, this is the hard question. Are you ready? This year has been a year like no other. You've not been able to hang out as much. You've been quarantined much of the year. And you have maybe felt lonely or other emotions along the way. What would you say you have learned from this year and the trials you've experienced?
I have learned that being at home under circumstances and rules that you have to
Doing
get
good
along.
So far. I like it.
Get along, yes.
Get along. You've learned how to get along with,
And clean.
with others.
I know how to clean very well now.
And how to clean. Because an organized house is a little bit more of a peaceful house, I believe, right? Nice. Okay, last and most important, what bit of advice would you give your viewers if they are feeling frustrated, lonely, or stressed with their circumstances this Christmas season?
Just know, if yesterday or today was the worst day of your life, at least you know tomorrow will be a better day.
Tomorrow will always be better. Ooh, I like that. Tomorrow better. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that
Tomorrow
there'll
be sunshine.
Oh, that was so good. I am the best singer. Your mom's a horrible singer, but I am really good.
She can play the piano. I don't know if you can.
All right, Sadie, you have passed. I shall I'll give you a check mark for Santa. A plus for me. Yes, for sure. Ready? Go get your other siblings. Our next guest, this list is driving me crazy. Okay, our next guest is
Navy.
Navy. Was your mom crazy and spelled it with a capital and a double E again?
Yes.
Oh, this lady, what was she thinking? Okay. So, your first question. Have you been naughty or have you been nice?
I think nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, again, another nice. See if I agree with you in a moment. What have you done today to be nice?
I help rake leaves for people's yard.
Ooh, wait, you went and raked leaves?
Yep.
For a couple people's yard?
Yep.
Nice, that was a kind act of service. Okay.
Yep.
Do you believe in Santa Claus? What? No! Wrong with all these children. Okay, number 3. So, the circumstances have been hard this year. 2020 has been difficult with being quarantined
Yes.
and not being able to play at friends' house. Even right now, you can't be talking to Santa and telling him what you want for Christmas. So, what have you learned?
Since we've been staying home a lot, I've been learning to be nicer to my siblings.
Nicer to siblings. Okay, I like that. Number 4. Now, this is kind of a serious question. There are some fans out there or some people that are struggling because it's a little bit lonely to not be able to go visit your grandparents and be with all your friends and attend all of the fun things for Christmas. So, look at me. What advice would you give them?
I would maybe say if she's like struggling with something, maybe don't stress about it too much.
Don't stress about it too much. Nice.
I don't know.
I'm like, don't sweat the small stuff. Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. Good idea. Don't sweat. Well, you can sweat, but the small stuff. Do you sweat? Let me see.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
No.
He's clean as a whistle. All right, baby, you have passed. Check mark.
Yes.
Santa will be. Well, I don't know if you don't believe in Santa, so maybe he won't be bringing you presents. But yep, we'll see. Thank you. Would you please ask your next sibling?
Yes.
Come on down. Hello, I have Presley with me now. She's told me her name is Presley. I didn't already know that. And she says I look like Mrs. Claus. However, I am not Mrs. Claus. I am Holly.
Who's Holly?
She's our family's trusted friend because you can't go visit Santa. You're, visiting with Holly. Okay, got it? Okay. So, I have a few questions for you. Your first question is, have you been naughty this year?
So first of all, on the list, Elf gave us the picture, and literally all the teams were bad, and all the letters are good. So I've been good.
What?
Yeah, the elf right
An
here.
elf gave you a list? What?
Yeah, I don't even know where
No,
it
you
is,
just stay here.
but it was right there.
Okay, so other people, well, I want your opinion, okay? Gosh, this girl, she's a little feisty. Do you think you have been naughty or nice?
Nice.
Nice! Okay, she thinks she has been naughty.
Obviously.
We shall see by the end of these questions we have for you. Number 2, do you believe in Santa?
Well, I know that my mom gives me the present, she tells me, but Santa fills our stockings.
So your mom gives you some presents, but you believe that Santa fills your stocking. So
Yes.
So she believes in Santa Claus. Nice. Okay, number 3. This is an important question. What have you done today to be nice or to do an act of service for somebody?
Yeah, I have to think about what I did today.
Thinking hard.
I let Elsie use my marker, which she
Yeah.
asked,
Used marker. Nice.
and I have to think. I kind of remember I did a lot of today.
Well, sharing your markers is quite nice. However, do you think that maybe you should work on being a little nicer? What? Did you remember something?
Yeah.
What was it?
I helped Lily clean up today also.
She helped Lily. Is Lily your sister?
Yes.
Okay. She helped her sister clean up. Nice, very nice. Now these next 2 are a little bit more serious questions. Number 4, this year has been a little different than most years because of quarantine. We had to quarantine and some other things that happened, right? It's been a rough year for our world. What have you learned from what's happened this year? What have you learned?
I've learned that you always don't have to play with friends.
Don't always have to play with friends because who do you have?
I have my family.
Family.
I have my sisters.
sisters,
Brothers.
You got a lot of those, right? A lot of brothers and sisters.
I can just hang out with them.
You can hang out with them. You're okay to not have to hang out with friends all the time. So you've learned that. That is a very nice lesson to learn. I like that lesson. Now number 5, and this is probably a tricky question, so you've really got to use that little noggin of yours to think. Okay. Some of our viewers out there might be having a rough year. They might be lonely, might be kind of sad because Christmas usually is about being around a lot of friends and family and people, and this year, some people don't even get to see their grandmas and grandpas because of coronavirus. So, what bit of advice would you give them to keep their spirits up or to help them feel happier?
You can call your family.
Yes, you can always call or Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Zoom them, yes. What else?
Yesterday night, I wrote her a tree, and I wrote, I love you.
Like with
I
the
wrote
Christmas tree and all of
Yeah,
that was very
and
cute.
then-
So could you do that for people to feel closer to them? So you could write your neighbors or your friends or your grandma and grandpa a nice letter, right? A nice picture. Very nice. Oh, past gold star. You have passed. You probably will expect a present from Santa this year. Woohoo! Now you may go get some Mississippi. Good job. This is, what's your name again?
Lily.
Lily. Lily just said she can't take me seriously. What is not serious to take with me? I am very serious. I've got my serious glasses and my serious pen and paper. Anywho, number 1, question right out the door, and I can probably answer this for you. Have you been naughty or nice?
Oh, I've been so naughty. I'm just kidding.
At least she tells the truth.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, she's not gonna tell the truth, I guess. No, okay, so
Oh.
what was your opinion? Naughty or nice?
Nice.
She thinks she's been nice. Number 2, do you believe in Santa?
No.
No. Number 3, what have you done nice today for your family or for others?
Today, I went and raked leaves for people.
Oh, you must have did that with your sister.
Oh,
Raked
yes.
leaves for people. Were there a lot of leaves?
Yes.
How hard did you work? Did you break a sweat?
No, it was cold outside.
Oh,
So it's
did you
like,
break a cold sweat?
yes.
Did you stink when you returned?
Yes.
Very nice, because then you know you worked hard. So, number 4, you have had a little bit of a rough year. 2020 has been a little bit of a rough year, right? I mean, we've been quarantined, it's been a lot different than most years, and this Christmas is a lot different. So, looking back on the year, what have you learned? Really deep question.
Like, what do you mean, what have I learned? Like,
What have you learned from having to be quarantined and go months and months? This girl right here, her mom tells me, is quite the social butterfly. What did you learn from having to stay home with just your family and loved ones for months and months and months and months?
it was really hard. I got through it, and I felt like I got a closer bond with my siblings. So,
Nice. So I would say you learned that you can do hard things.
yes.
Lily can do hard things. Very great. All right, number 5 and final question. Now this is for all of your fans out there. If any of them are struggling, are sad, maybe a little bit lonely this year, or maybe they are just having a rough Christmas, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them to try to stay positive.
Try to stay
and
positive.
Be happy and just breathe.
Yeah, just breathe. That is very, very good advice. So I am looking through here and I think I will pass you. Woo! What is your name?
Elsie.
Elsie. Did you say Elsie or Elfie?
Elsie.
Elsie. Okay, Elsie. Have you been naughty?
My elf said I'm on the nice list.
Your nice list. Okay, but this is your thoughts about you. Have you been naughty or nice?
Nice. I cleaned the room.
Nice. Oh, that was one of my next questions. Was going to be, have you done something nice for somebody today? Did what? You cleaned Ledger's room. Did anyone ask you? Maybe you did. Oh, so Navy gets a little bit of credit for that, but you get a lot for this. Thank you for cleaning Ledger's room for your mother. Now, the second question which we avoided was, do you believe in Santa?
Yes.
Yes! Woohoo! Now, number 4. This year has been rough. This year has been tough. This year has been like no other year. You have been having to be home with your family more than ever. We can't go visit Santa at the mall this year.
Because COVID.
Yes. So, you are visiting with me. My name is Holly, by the way. I didn't introduce myself properly. Nice to meet you.
No, Mrs. Claus.
No, I'm not. I'm Holly. Okay, what have you learned from this year?
Stay quarantined.
To stay quarantined? Okay, but what have you learned from staying quarantined? What have you learned?
No, don't visit.
Don't visit friends?
Yeah, they might have COVID.
Because they might have COVID? Okay, well that's kind. But what have you learned? Like a deeper meaning. What have you learned to be a nice sibling and be kind to others?
Be kind to others.
Because you've had to stay here with everybody, right? So have you learned to have more patience?
Yes.
You have? Okay, well that would be good. If you
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Elsie. All right, number 5. This is an important question. I don't know if you're big enough to answer this question, but maybe you are. So there's some people out there in our YouTube world family who might be sad this Christmas. Well, maybe they don't have presents, or maybe they don't get to go visit their grandma and grandpa because they have to be quarantined. Maybe they're just lonely or feeling kind of down about things. What bit of advice would you give them? What would you tell them to maybe make them feel better, help them feel better?
Call them.
If someone was feeling sad, you could call them or write them a note.
Yes.
Very nice. That is some very, very good advice. And if you're feeling sad yourself, does it actually help you feel better to write someone a note or call them? It does, huh? We talked about, remember how the filling the bucket? Remember the filling the bucket? When you fill someone else's bucket, you're actually also filling your own bucket. Remember that? For all of you out there who don't know that book, that's a very good book called How to Fill Your Bucket. One of our favorites.
No, have you filled the bucket?
Yes, Have You Filled a Bucket Today? That's the name of the book, and I know the Nelson family loves that book. I have it in very strict confidence that the mother has a favorite book, and that is it.
Correct.
Strict confidence. Okay, that is a wonderful meeting, and I have decided that you, Elsie, will get a check mark for doing good, and you will probably get a Christmas present this year
Yeah,
from Santa. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. Knuckles. We now have Mr. What's your name?
Beckham.
Mr. Beckham. Now, Beckham, have you been waiting patiently to be interviewed by me? My name is Holly, by the way. Would you like to shake my hand? Oh, I wrote it in cursive. I write fancy. Here, let me write it correctly because he knows how to spell his name and I have to write it right. Is that right?
How do you know?
I just know how to spell your name, even though I'm Holly.
Did Elsie tell you?
Yeah, Elsie told me. Hey, Beckham. Okay, so my name's Holly. I'm sitting in for Santa because you can't go visit Santa this year, right? And sit on his lap and say, all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Which, let me see. Oh boy, does he ever need them. His 2 or 4 or 6 front teeth, right? So like this. Up, there you go. Smile big. Smile big. Go closer. You can't show. All right, get some right here. Good job. So he's got a few teeth missing, so is that what you're gonna ask Santa for Christmas, is your 2 front teeth? No, okay. First of all, the first question, Beckham, have you been naughty or nice? What?
The elves put me on the nice list.
They put you on the nice list? Wonderful! And do you think you've been nice or naughty?
Nice.
You think you've been nice. All right, wonderful. Beckham, do you believe in Santa Claus? Yes. Beckham believes in Santa Claus. Number 3, have you done anything nice for somebody today? It's taken a minute for the wheels to turn to think if he did anything nice. Did you do anything nice? What?
I played with Ledger.
He played with his little brother Ledger. That was very nice. Okay, so this year's been kind of different because we had to be in quarantine. Do you remember when we were in quarantine? Was that a hard time or a fun time?
Hard time.
A little bit of a hard time because we couldn't go out and play with our friends, huh? Was that kind of hard? But what did you learn? Did you learn anything from being in quarantine? What did you learn?
You don't know.
He doesn't really know. Did you learn to be a little bit more nice to your brothers and sisters? Yeah. And that it's good to follow rules? Yeah. Do you know how to follow rules? Oh, what rule is your least favorite rule? What rule do you not like?
I don't like when I throw things in the house.
Oh, that you can't throw things in the house? Yeah, because what happens when we throw things in the house? It breaks things, huh? Or it could hurt somebody right in the noggin, huh? We've had that happen before. I mean, I I've heard they've had that happen before. So, you learned how to not throw things in the house? That be something that you learned during quarantine? Oh, that's a good lesson. Okay, last, number 5. If somebody is sad out there in our YouTube family, what do you want to tell them if they're feeling sad? Look right there in the camera and tell them what you think would be a good thing to say.
Be happy.
Be happy?
And play with them.
And play with them. Yes, be happy and just play, huh? Don't worry, be happy. Yes, that is some good advice. I love it. I'm going to put 3 hearts and a big check mark for Beckham because you have passed. Boom! You done? No, you're not done?
I never told you what I want for Christmas.
Oh, he never told me what he wants for Christmas. That is some important information. What do you want for Christmas, Beckham?
I want a shark blankie with a shark.
Oh, like a shark blankie with a shark?
Yeah, I wanted that at the store.
Oh, a shark blankie with a shark. Okay, I will let Santa know. Rocks. Boom, you're awesome. See you later, handsome dude. Oh my goodness, we have a tall young man here. What is your name?
Trey!
Trey! Nice to meet you, Trey. Now, is that your given name or is that a nickname?
That's a nickname.
What's your real name? What would Santa know you by?
Bruce Edward Nelson III.
Otherwise known as Trey. Perfect. Number 1 question. This is very important. You're rating yourself. Have you been naughty this year or nice?
So naughty.
Naughty!
Yeah, can be called.
Oh, at least he's honest. You know, I really appreciate honesty. Honesty actually kind of like knocks up a few from naughty and into the nice
You
category.
call me naughty?
Just being honest. Number 2. Do you believe in Santa? It's a very important question.
This is
Many of
serious.
your siblings have failed this question. I will be letting the big man know.
No. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at that no. No!
Sorry, guys. I hate to break it to you.
I'm sorry, but your mother is failing. Number 3. What have you done nice for your siblings or others today?
I took the kids to school.
Took the kids to school. They much appreciate that, and I bet your mother and father appreciate that as well. All right, number 4. This is getting a little deep with this question. So this year's been a rough year.
Yep.
People have been quarantined. It's
been bad.
kind of
It's
lonely.
been really bad.
There's been some hard times happen. What have you learned from this year?
I learned how important family is when it's a crisis.
Ooh, I like that. During a crisis, the most important people. Love it. Your mom would like that too, I bet. Number 5. Now we have some viewers or some people out there in our audience
In the
that
viewer land.
might be having, yes, in the viewer land, that might be having a little bit of a rough time. Some of them can't even go visit their grandparents or be around family. They can't be around friends, and it's Christmas, and everybody likes to be around family and friends during Christmas. So, if they are feeling sad or feeling lonely, what bit of advice would you give to them?
Just reach out to whoever you can.
Reach
Because
out.
it's all you can do, really, I think. I don't know.
So reach out to whoever you have in your life and maybe let them know you're struggling or sad or lonely, right? Yeah, because sometimes others don't know, so that's some really good advice. I love it! Okay, even though you have self-proclaimed that you are naughty and you do not believe in Santa, I shall give you a check mark and you might get the present on Christmas morning.
Yes. See? I take advantage of you, Santa.
He is naughty.
I'm just joking, I'm just joking.
All right, hello Luke.
Hello.
My name is Holly.
Yeah.
I am here to interview you today in place of Santa
Yes.
because you can't go see Santa. Number 1, have you been naughty or have you been nice?
Both.
He has been naughty and nice, which you know what?
Everybody has.
I would say the same. I think that everybody's been a little naughty and a little bit nice, and so I like that honesty and I like that reflection. That was very good. I will give you a pass for that. Number 2, do you believe in Santa?
Yes.
Yes! Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, number 3, have you done an act of service or done something kind today for another person?
Oh yes, I did.
What did you do? He just remembered. It's like ding, the light went off in his head.
Me, Lily, Sadie, and Navy, we went to Young Ones and helped break leaves at people's houses.
They raked leaves. There's another raked leaves. Oh my goodness. I bet you those people that had those leaves all over were so appreciative. That probably made you feel good inside. Does that make you feel good inside? To do something kind for others? Oh, I love it. Okay, number 4, Luke. Now this year's been rough. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
It's been a pretty rough year. So, what have you learned from this year?
Always wear a mask.
Always wear a mask. Okay, always wear a mask. Now go a little deeper. What have you learned from this year? Not just learn.
Always support each other.
Ooh, I love it. Always support each other. Wow, this is a deep guy right here. He's got some deep emotions and he's handsome. Number 5, there are some people in the world that are sad right now for lots and lots of reasons and having a hard time. If you could tell them out there in that world right there, any bit of advice or just what would you say to them? You know, if you could just pick up the phone and talk to them, what would you say to them?
Always don't lose in hope and always be nice to each other, and you always know Santa is watching.
Yes, I love that. Hope. You know, I love that he said hope because hope is what Christmas is all about, right? Hope. And kindness to others, that's like charity. So you have hope and you have kindness, which is charity. You're only missing faith. So who do you need to have faith in? Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. I think that's a really good message to anybody having a hard time. Have faith, hope, and charity. That will heal your heart. Absolutely. Give me 5. Whoa! That about burned my hand. That was so strong. All right, thank you, Luke. Well, hello, young lady. She's so proper. She seems very proper. What's your name?
PAISLEE Nelson.
Paisley. How do you spell that?
PAISLEE.
Wow. Is it a capital L?
Yes.
Yes, I've got the trend now. I understand that your family, you know, all the girls have that capital M-E-E-E. Do you like that, by the way?
Oh yes, I love it.
Does it make you feel fancy?
Yes.
Yes, she is fancy. Number 1 is, have you been naughty? Or have you been nice?
I think I've been pretty nice.
Pretty nice? Okay, pretty
Like in the middle.
nice. In the middle of naughty and nice, which is nice.
Noise.
She's a nice. Okay, very good. Number 2. I'm afraid to even ask. Do you believe in Santa?
Yes.
Come on. Number 3. Have you done a kind deed for somebody today?
Nope, but I'll do one right now.
Really? Oh, how nice! And it says to Holly from Paisley. Oh my goodness, that is so nice. And there's a note. Dear Mom, I'm Holly. You're the best mom in the world. Hope you like this gift, Paisley Nelson. And there's trees. Holly loves trees. I don't know where. Oh, this is very nice. Thank you for that nice thing to do. What a cutie you are. Okay, so yes, she has done something nice. Very nice. Number 4. This year's been rough. It's been hard.
Yep.
We've gotten through it.
Yes.
We're finishing strong.
Yes.
But what have you learned from this year?
I have learned that you should always listen to your mom and dad.
Nice lesson. Always, always, even when you're 16 and older, listen to your mom and dad. Nice. Oh my goodness, that is some good advice. I'm going to make sure we save this so when you're 16 to 18, you always listen to your mom and dad because I like that advice. Oh wow, you are getting a gold star so far. Number 5. This is an important question. So there are a lot of people that are having a hard time right now.
Yeah.
They're either sad or lonely or just stressed. Maybe they've lost their job. Maybe they're not getting very many Christmas presents, or maybe they just miss the people that they used to hang out with because now they can't, right?
Yeah.
What bit of advice would you give them?
Like maybe pray, and another good thing that I like to do sometimes if I'm feeling sad, I like to write my feelings down because it help me feel a little bit better.
Oh, I love that. Write your feelings down and pray. Pray. I know that always helps me, for sure.
And read your scriptures.
And read your scriptures. I love that. Oh my goodness, such good advice. Such good advice. You definitely get a pass, and you probably will receive a Christmas present this
What
year.
if I get 2?
She might get 2. All right. Who do we have left? Is there anybody? Delaney! I mean, I don't know who this young lady is. She's very sporty. Come and have a seat. What is your, you have a little bit of a limp. Did you hurt your foot this year?
Yes.
She hurt her foot this year. What is your name, young lady?
Delaney.
Delaney. Very nice name. Do they call you Lainey for short? All right, I'm gonna call you Lainey. Lainey, have you been naughty this year or nice?
The elf said I was nice.
What is this elf business that keeps saying it? But I want you to rate yourself. Do you think you have been naughty or nice?
Nice.
You think you've been nice? Oh, nice. Number 2, do you believe in Santa?
Yes.
Woo! Perfect. Number 3, this is kind of a good one. Are you ready? Have you helped or served anybody today?
Yes.
Who?
I help you.
Wait, me? Holly? You helped Holly? Oh my gosh. Who did you help?
Your mom.
Your mom. No, your mom. You helped my mom today? Wow, that was nice. What did you do to help your mom?
I helped her clean and watch the baby.
Clean and watch the baby. Wow, that is some good help for sure. Number 4. This might be a hard one to understand, but I'm gonna ask you it anyway. This year's been a hard year. What have you learned from having to be in quarantine and just things being a little different? What have you learned?
To be nice.
To be nice. Okay. That's always a good answer. Be nice. All right, number 5. There might be somebody that's sad out there. Look at that circle right there in that camera. See it? See the circle? There might be somebody out there that is feeling kind of sad in their heart and kind of having a hard time. What would you tell them? Maybe make them feel better. What would your advice would you give? What do you do when you're sad? It helps you feel better.
Go outside.
Go outside. Okay, I like that. Go outside, breathe some fresh air. What if you can't because it's quarantine? Can you open a window and breathe out the fresh air there?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So get some fresh air. Delaney, do you love fresh air?
Yeah.
I love fresh air. That always makes me feel better just to breathe, right?
Right.
Yeah. If you're feeling very stressed, breathe. Nice. Oh, that's such good advice. My name's Holly.
That's my brother's elf's name.
That's your brother's elf's name? Maybe she came to life for a minute while she's interviewing you. All right. Who is the next child? Jamie! All right. Jamie, come on down. You're the next contestant on Choose the Right.
What the heck?
Come and have a seat, young lady. Janie remarked, "What the heck," when she saw me. I didn't appreciate that comment very much, so I hope that she can answer these questions better than her first impression. Number 1, Janie. Well, wait a minute. Janie, do you not have a capital in your name?
I do.
All your siblings have capitals. Why is there not a capital in Janie?
Real name is Janie Lee.
Crazy mother. Okay, number 1. Do you think this year you have been naughty or nice?
Oh goodness. I hope nice. I think nice.
Hoping nice. Nice hoping. Okay. Number 2.
Uh-oh.
Do you believe in Santa?
Yes.
Yes! Oh!
Why is that even a
like it.
question?
I know, right? I've just been
Has
very
anyone answered
disappointed.
no?
There has been a few. I've been very disappointed.
What the?
My heart has broken a little tiny bit every time.
Who said it?
Oh, I won't even go there because
I'll go knock some magic into it.
Oh.
Ow.
and I should hire her. Okay, but you know, they have their opinions, whatever. So,
they're
number
wrong.
3, this is an important one. Have you done an act of service or something kind for somebody today?
We filmed Last to Stop Eating Santa's Cookies and Milk.
Cookies and milk. Ooh, I need those left over.
Yes.
Okay.
They're
very
kind
nice.
of gross though.
Number 4. Now this is an important question. You're gonna have to think deep. So this year's been rough. What have you learned from this year?
I think the biggest thing I've learned is to like appreciate my time with everybody and the things that I get to be a part of. Because like just recently we had a school dance canceled, which is kind of sucky because it's senior ball, which is like the biggest one for our seniors. But it made me appreciate the chance I had to do it like last year and all of the fun things like that.
Makes you appreciate the
And
dances
then-
you have got.
Yeah, that's like a single example, but like the opportunity I still get to go to school, like I know a lot of people don't get to do that and just stuff like that.
Makes you appreciate what you got when you got it.
Yes.
Nice. I love that. Okay, this is the final question, and this is kind of a doozy. So, a doozy.
Okay.
There are a lot of people out there. See that little black circle right there?
Yes.
that's going to reach hundreds of thousands of people. Some of those people out there are sad and having a rough time. Some of them have lost jobs. They might not get very much for Christmas. They might not get to visit their loved ones for Christmas, which is really sad and really hard. What would you tell them right there if you could tell them anything that maybe would help them?
I would just say to look to the future, because right now it's going to be really hard, but there are better days ahead.
Better days ahead. I love it. Oh my goodness, all of these questions she's answered so well. I think I will give her a check mark for pass, and I will probably get presents this year for Christmas. At least one. You're done. Give me 5.
Holly? Oh, because like Holly and Jolly.
My name is Holly. I am
I
Jolly.
see it.
All right, Mrs. Nelson, so nice to have you as our final guest in our interview process I am doing. I will not ask you all the questions. I would just like to hear from you. Is there anything that you would like to tell your viewers out there that are watching this? Sure, so I would like to tell them, first of all, thank you for 700,000 subscribers, which we just barely reached a few days ago. So exciting, and it has been such an honor for our family to be able to be part of your world in some small way. And I hope that we've been able to share some fun times and some really, difficult times that we've gotten through, but also some really great stories and a lot of fun during the way. We've had lots of fun challenges and skits and things, and then we've had some more serious conversations about adoption and just all of the tender mercies that we've been given from our Heavenly Father. I would also like to say, have a Merry Christmas and keep Christ in Christmas. And somehow, if you are feeling down or lonely or any of those things that all of my cute kids talked about, really reach up to Him and find comfort, and He will help you. So that's the Christmas message I would like to give you is keep Christ in Christmas this year for you and your family. And that's helped me a lot in my family. Wonderful, very well said. Oh, I just love it. Well, we are done with our Q&A. So with that, I will ask you to subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, give us a big thumbs up, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Bye! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!